No. No. No! Guys, I don't even know how to talk to you today. Like, I'm looking at you, you're looking at me, and you're like, what is she gonna say? What's up? And today, I have a story. It's not a good one. It is not a good one at all. These are the kinds of stories that I hate to bring to the table because though they are hilarious to me in their absurdity, I hope for more. I just hope for more out of life, humanity, whatever you want to call it. I'm just going to get it out there, throwing it out there, okay? Oh my God. Okay, no more screwing around. I like to be honest with you. I pride myself on that. I pride myself in being honest with you and common sense. And being a little bit of a dick. That's what... Why? Okay. James Bear. He does animation. James Bear, our little buddy, old pal. He does little animations about him and his girl. Nothing weird, right? Nothing odd. Nothing crazy. Except... he admitted to having relations with his sister when she was 9 years old. Oh my God. Like, it's not funny. It's just overwhelming. So yeah, James Bear was exposed in 2018 for getting frisky with his sister when she was 9 and he was 13. And the document that exposed him was kind of swept under the rug for a bunch of different reasons, mainly being that the document is literally insane. I got nothing else to say on that. It's absolutely insane, the document. I'll get into it. Don't worry, I promise I will. Now, you might look at this and think, how? How is this possible? Well, I don't know. These days, in this economy, who knows, all right? In 2018, he was exposed for all this crazy stuff. And then lately on Twitter, this story has started blowing up again, pretty much solely on Twitter. There hasn't been a lot of buzz about it on YouTube. I've seen a couple people making videos, but not an overflowing amount. And to me, this story is kind of a crazy thing. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna talk about it because this is pretty wacky. So this is the tweet that blew up that got everyone talking about it. It says, friendly reminder that this guy molested his 9-year-old sis, admitted he did it publicly due to depression at the time, then removed everything related to it once it died down. So yeah, that's what happened, and the tweet blew up. The document that I discussed earlier is so lengthy, it's horrible. It's it's like 200 pages almost of just unhinged madness. I'm gonna save that for the very end. James's apparent confession to all this initially, because he confesses again, don't worry, we'll get into that. So this was the message in 2018 that he confessed to. Then we'll get into the modern confession. It all began in February 2013 when I began to get a little friend called depression. I didn't know at the time, and I did, something terrible. I had sex with my sister, which at the time I was 13 and she was 9. Fuck. If it makes you feel better, I'm suffering emotionally. And I did it because of depression. Someone told me that depression can't make you do things. And we've been doing till... I'm gonna say it, till between 2015 and 2016. And I know it's still affecting me. In 2014, I got beat up outside in the cold winter night. And I got sick. And that sickness could have killed me. And 2015, I gotten sick again. But while I was sick, I cried myself to sleep and I began to lose friends. My depression kept getting to me. My dad emotionally abused me too. And so January 23rd, 2016, I began to felt like shit, and I nearly took my own life, but I didn't and went to sleep. My friend Alex, I told him on that day that I should, and I forgot to tell him that I'm gonna sleep, got worried, and phoned the RCMP. And they took me to the hospital, and they were checking on me to see if I'm okay. But I was. So yeah, I gotten sick again, but I'm okay. So yeah, that's what happened. But don't tell anyone, by the way. This message is written horribly. That's exactly how it's written. That was trash. So that was the original confession that the tweet was talking about. There's some Discord messages that got leaked as well, where this person named Gunner says, "What was it then? Because it obviously wasn't something big to the point where it can get you in jail." And then James says, "We both had sex. I regret doing that. It emotionally brings me down when I have fuckers bringing it up." Wow, it must be so emotionally damaging to know that you had sex with your sister after you admitted it. How would you go to jail for that? I mean, yeah, it's incest, but at the same time, it sounds like it was forceful. It wasn't, because we both wanted to do it. But I'm ashamed for what I did. I might have made some things up because of how scared I was, because of that person spreading this bullshit. But I don't make things up when I say this, after what we did. That it actually brings me down to see people bullying her, and it feels like it's my fault. They obviously don't know, but I feel bad. I feel so much for my sister, even if it's awkward to even look at her. I just let it slide. And when that immature cunt brings it up, I get so furious and scared. Like he says, oh my god, he says like, it feels like it's my fault. Well, no shit, Sherlock. Like your sister was a 9-year-old, dude. Then Gunner says, James, you had intercourse with your sister. James says, I had so many assholes telling me that. Yeah, I did. But I felt bad. I felt ashamed as well. Then why did you do it in the first place? You knew it was wrong. Then why did you do it? Gunner is asking the right questions here. It doesn't make a difference. It happened. Things don't just disappear. That's like saying sexual harassment that happened to me in the past no longer matters. Shit stays forever, dude. You gotta live with it for the rest of your life. Which is true. I mean, even if you devil's advocate or whatever, say, like, kids do weird stuff all the time when they're young, and it's the parents' responsibility to supervise them so things don't get weird. Like, you're at 13, you should know better than to be messing around with a 9-year-old. That's bizarre. If it was like a 10-year-old and a 9-year-old, I mean, it's still weird, but I guess makes a little more sense. I don't know, man. That's bizarre. It's gross. That's disgusting. So gross. So gross. Obviously, this backlash coming forward, this dude, James the Bear, changed his YouTube channel to James only. And then he also made a nice little confession on Twitter where he, again, said that he did it. So he says, I have to admit to the sister thing. It did happen, but only once when we were kids. Now, I don't understand this confession because he says it only happens once when they were kids. But if you go like back to the original message, he says, I had sex with my sister, which at the time I was 13 and she was 9. Fuck, it makes you feel better. I'm suffering emotionally and I did it because of depression, blah, 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 right? He says, I'm going to say till between 2015 and 2016. I know it's still affecting me. I guess I don't know if he means it's been affecting him all that time, or if he was doing stuff over a time period. I'm not sure. It's written horribly, so, but in this thing, he's saying it only happened once. Not that it really makes it any better, to be honest. It happened once when we were just kids and it was consensual. Anything else about me being a pedophile or grooming on minors is not true whatsoever. Those messages are over 4 years old to a 13-year-old while I was only 16. Therefore, I was a minor myself. I made a mistake when I was a kid and I didn't know it was bad. But those mistakes I made back all those years ago don't define who I am today. I'm a completely different person. I will be taking a break since the threats and false accusations have taken a huge toll on Claire and I's mental health. So yeah. All right, so that was pretty much his modern confession, right? And like I said, that document is very unhinged. Even people on Twitter are saying it's completely unhinged and bizarre. But for the sake of you guys, I will show you exactly what I mean with this document, because you deserve it. You deserve to know. Here's an example of some of the craziness here. Later, I said to him that I believe in him, and James say to me, "But I like Claire. James, Clarissa is taken. I was dating her. You know that. You know me and Clarissa was currently dating, but you keep ignoring the truth. And the truth is she can't be with you. If I said I'm dating Clarissa or Clarissa is saying she's taken, then move on. Find someone else. Date toxic anyone, but someone who is dating. You can't just steal someone." Or did he? You see what I'm saying? It doesn't... The document is mostly about the fact that this animator stole this other guy's girlfriend, I guess, and doesn't have a lot to do with the accusation. It's not even an accusation because he admitted it, but it doesn't have anything pretty much to do with the sister thing. And it has a lot more to do with like nitpicking this guy's life and talking about how he's a horrible person because he stole this guy's girlfriend, which is like, how are you gonna weigh these two things? I think the one is a lot worse than the other, you know? And to make it even more hilarious, the document ends with like this profession of love for this dude's girlfriend, I guess. It's crazy. If you want to read that document, I will link it below just for you guys. But the moral of the story is James the bear, when he was 13, did have sex with his 9-year-old sister, and he admitted it. So unless he's completely lying, I'm going to go ahead and say that's true. And I'm also going to go ahead and say that I think that's trash. Complete trash. And gross. Gross, gross. All the gross. And I hate all of it. And I really don't like the internet sometimes, and I wonder why I'm here. Is it to torture myself? Is it to entertain you? I don't know anymore. But yeah, that's the end. You made it. Good job. If you guys like my content, be sure to leave me that like, throw me that sub, join our community. Come on, we got a Discord. Hop aboard. I'll link it in the description. You can come and hang out, talk. You could even leave me topic submissions. I have a little thing for that if there's some kind of weirdness you want me to discuss. And I'm getting some things in the works where I might be live streaming soon. Maybe like once a week to start. We'll see if that's something you guys are into. If not, then, you know, there's no point in doing it. But yeah, I'll see you next time, like I always do.